Salutations, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for tuning in to Petty Time with your one and only foundational Black America's #1 edutainment, Petty Murphy, here reporting to you live from Solon's #1 source for edutainment, live from the back of the classroom here at Akata News Network. Well, today we like to always point out the obviously not so obvious things in society. And as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, the world is a stage. So today we're going to bring to you how to spot the psyop in real time, because when they can't make it rapping, they get to yapping. Calm down, Petty, calm down. And with that, we say, breaking news. Yo, what's cracking? Y'all already know what it is. Ain't nothing new under the sun. So, we're going to drop down. We're going to look at some quick, brief information. Then we're going to spin the block and we're going to have a rap about it.
No ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't gonna act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoot them rapidly. If you are gonna legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
No power to the pig.
All right, so we like to talk about psyops. So let's see who this individual here is. This appears to be Paul Birdsong. Who is Paul Birdsong, you ask? Paul Birdsong is a recording artist who is connected with multiple platinum artists and major labels. There's a certain expectation as to the content of your music. I chose to use my music for activism, which was a huge risk, and I had to take a loan at first. Now I have songs coming out with Chris Brown, Kevin Gates, Capadonna, and Dizzy Wright, as they're all positive and relative to today's struggles. But my point is this. Here you have the struggling rapper trying to get someone to, will you please listen to my demo? But let's see who this cat actually is. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Paul Birdsong. So what we're seeing here is that the world is a stage. And as they always do, when they need an actor to fulfill a void and to push the collective and a narrative in a certain direction, enter stage right, exit stage left. All you have to do is pay attention. And if you listen to him, he even sounds like an actor. He got on nationwide television talking about, I'll take this pump and put a hole the size of a TV in a pig chest. Your old job, turkey. Who in the fuck from our community talks like that anymore? This is some shit right out of a 60s, 70s exploitation film. Don't let these fucking demons play on your face. This is the fucking psyop. Ain't no way in hell you as a foundational Black American should be fighting for anyone who is in the country illegally. All of us know that already, so we see through the bullshit. But yeah, on that note, I'm gonna slide out. And remember, realize, and transparency forces accountability.
Every time America is in trouble, every time her back is against the wall, who do they call? As the song says, who you gonna call?
They call the African American community.
Exactly. The answer ain't Ghostbusters. You ain't calling Ghostbusters. You calling black folk. Every time America is in trouble, black folk come to the rescue. We are the cavalry. Let me convince you of this. In every single war this country has ever fought, when they got in trouble and it appeared that they might not win this war, might not pull it out, who did they call? Black folk. I mean, you just walk back through history. The Civil War was fought over the institution of slavery. Nikki Haley didn't want to acknowledge that, or perhaps had forgotten that when she was running for president on the Republican ticket. She gave the wrong answer when asked that question. No, Miss Haley, the Civil War was fought over the institution of slavery and whether or not it would continue.
Stay blessed, my neighbor. Positive vibes, positive vibes. No stress, my nigga. Cut that shit out of your life. Oh, cut a motherfucker off. We too fresh to be on sucker shit. Oh, I'm about $1. Pray my niggas prosper. I'm a blessed motherfucker. Holla.
All right, there it is, right? So I want to start off by saying that I don't know anything about this individual except for what I was able to find online, and it wasn't much. I really was trying to do my due diligence to find as much information as I could, but in this short amount of time, I wasn't able to dig up much. But there's just a few things that I find odd in this. You know, New Year's Eve out in the West Coast, there was a brother that lost his life, whose life was taken by an off-duty ICE agent. And I didn't hear anything from this new Black Panther group. I remember the Black Panthers that I came up with, or that I read about as a child, that my father taught me about as a child, because these were the groups that he ran with when he was coming up through that era, being from the south side of Chicago. So these new cats, I don't know, but I find it odd that basically the same thing happens New Year's Eve. ICE agent, American citizen, life lost. Not a word. But you out here capping real hard for the liberal alphabet committee Caucasian woman. I don't know, but it smells like a psyop to me, because, you know, from day one, it all started as we don't know who we are. We have no culture. We can't help ourselves. And I've told everybody this. You can go through the timeline of the videos. I've said once they get to the point where they start openly talking shit about Black Americans, something happens and they fuck up their TPS. It happened with the Venezuelans. Remember, it started there. And black people, get your popcorn ready and enjoy the show. So we sat back and we enjoyed the show. And what happened? The Hispanic or Latino community got mad because we didn't come out in mass, because Black Americans did not come out in mass after we was told that we were Moyos, Maetes, and Mejora la Raza, and all that other sweet shit, right? Cool, whatever. Fast forward a bit, it traveled through the Caribbean and into the 54 African nations, Nigerians and everybody else, now the Somalians, then lost TPS. Brother loses life, again, New Year's Eve, not a peep. It was so quiet out of the Philadelphia chapter of the Black Panther, the new Black Panther Party, Mr. Bird's song, Chirp, Chirp, the singing bird, it's a rat, stool pigeon. You know what? Anyways, but now he's calling for violence. You put a hole in a pig's chest. Last I checked, last I remembered, the Black Panthers never went out looking for smoke. They let the smoke come to them, and they stood their ground. They were there to protect the community. She's not from the community. And what she's out there for, fighting for people who aren't even citizens, so they damn sure ain't from the community, my man. So what in the fuck are you talking about? Yeah, so on that note, use your discernment, my people, and pay attention, because I guarantee you at some point, there's going to be something linking. There's going to be a paper trail that's going to prove, just like all the people that got paid during the election from Mama Kamala's crew, there's going to be a paper trail that's going to end up surfacing down the line. And we're going to see what it is. But if you have lineage to this soil, if you can trace your family back to the actual construction, the 1700s, when that old Declaration of Independence was signed, not when we declared independence, when we actually bent the knee to the crown. If you one of those, this is not our fight. This is not our issue. And do not let these people continue to gaslight you, because I saw a video with this cat talking about how Hispanics helped, the Latinos helped during the Civil Rights Movement. Go look up LULAC and what his top members said during that era. They did not want to align with blacks. The Negroes' problems are the Negroes' problems. So everyone's benefited off of our hard work and our fucking blood, sweat, and tears. And they've all wanted to shit on us throughout the process from 1965 when they got here up until now. Everyone's chickens is coming home to roost. So it's our time. We need to focus on self, rebuild what we lost from the process of segregation into integration, reclaim that, and move on. And we need to start investing in our own political peoples. We need to start backing and voting people who are going to vote for what works for our community. Because Byron Donalds and AOC and all the rest of them have told you they're not voting for reparations, because I know a lot of black people that ain't going to get a piece of the pie. So for years, it's been fuck us, even though we've continuously put our blood, sweat, tears, and our vessels on the line for everyone else's sovereignty, rights, and freedoms. But we always get the short end of the stick. Well, it's time to take the complete stick back and just beat the system to motherfucking death and bend it to our will. Because since everyone else has said fuck us up to this point, there's no need to get mad. Just read the room and move accordingly. With that, I'm going to get out of here. Remember, realize. Transparency forces accountability. Y'all keep your eyes to the stars. Keep that head on the swivel. And remember, it's a dirty motherfucking game that they out here playing. Pay attention to the signs, the synchronicities. And remember, everything goes in cycles. So everything we're seeing now, we've already seen before. Look up Albert Pike and the 3 letters that he wrote to the Illuminati and understand where we're at right now. Y'all be safe out there.
Parito cantando. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Plantation Studio with your one and only Petty Murphy here, live at the back of the classroom at Akata News Network. Parito cantando. What does that mean? Well, that's good old Espanol for the bird that sings. It seems to me like Mr. Birdsong just might be one of those individuals that shows up to the cookout with a pot of sancocho. Calm down, Petty, calm down. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, keep an keen eye on these type of things and use your discernment, because as we always say here, the world is a stage and there's a million and one ways to skin a cat. They've been telling us from the beginning, if you remember. Get your popcorn, black people, and watch how we do it. They've been trying to get us out there in those streets from the motherfucking beginning. And this too shall pass, and we will not be swayed. Again, we'll be signing out for this time, ladies and gentlemen, so we bid you adieu. It is the one, the only, Petty Murphy here reporting to you live from the back of the classroom at Solon's #1 source for edutainment, Akata News Network.